Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for joining me once more for this quick video. Sorry, it's really early in the morning for me. I mean really early, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 AM. Because I'm trying to sort of stay up really late because I've got a night shift coming on, so I'm just trying to get into a routine of a shift job, my job. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with my job details. Thank you for joining me. Please sub and share if you can. But let's get into today's topics. Right, so the news that are out this week is, the first thing is the PS5 is the fastest selling console in US history according to March game sales data. Now there's loads of, especially fanboys, jumping on this. I mean, oh man, my god. Firstly, they never read between the lines. Secondly, they don't just look at the bigger picture. But then again, we are looking at this, the same fan base basically is this.
Here's your question. Spell red.
Red, L-S-T-E-R.
All right. Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right.
In a nutshell, they're not the cleverest people on the planet by any means. So they do sort of, with one hand, they'll be swatting rumours away and just saying, oh, you can't believe this, can't believe that. But the other hand, they'll be just absorbing anything and everything that just supports their narrative. This is another one of those scenarios, right? So the PS5 is the fastest selling console in US history. Right, okay. Let's bear in mind, scalping is at the highest it's ever been, ever, so far, for the consoles. So let's just bear in mind that, firstly. So this adds to why the console's selling so fast. There's so few of them on the market, there's so few of them in stores, and scalpers are picking them up at an alarming rate. We never had this last gen. You never had an issue where there wasn't many consoles on the market, but scalpers grabbing them all and buying them all up and selling them off for extortionate prices. It didn't happen. This generation it is. So the PS5 is the fastest selling console in US history. So before you go, wow, it's being bought by everyone because it's the best and it's fantastic and it can't be beaten, yada yada yada, and or any other narrative you're going to come away with. Let's scroll down to the actual reasoning for this. Right, so yes, it's the fastest selling. Please note, it's the fastest selling console. But notably, the Nintendo Switch was once again the best selling console for the month overall, and has been for the top seller for a record of breaking 27 consecutive months in the United States. So this is what I mean. Whereas PS5 is the fastest selling, that doesn't mean it's the highest selling, it just means it's the fastest selling. That means it's gone off shelves quicker than any other console. Now bear in mind, if you've got, I'm just going to speak figuratively here, if you've got a shop with 2 consoles in it, and both of them go in one day, that would be the fastest console in comparison to the other consoles. That would be fast if both win in one day. Because you've got to take into account things like how much stock you got and things like that, and how quickly they go out. So, you know, in comparison to Xbox, for example, because that's what people are going to pair. Let's look at this. Logically, people are going to pair Xbox and PS5. If the Xbox has 10 consoles on the store, PS5 has 10 consoles, and the PS5 they both could sell the console. They both could sell 10 consoles. So both consoles have sold 10. So now the shop's empty if both have got 10 consoles on each side. But the PS5 one just sold faster. It just sold faster than the Xbox ones. Now this is more proof that it's already been proven already that PS5s are being scalped more than the Xbox Series X. It's due to the name of it, simply because of the name of it. Because the bots can pick up PS5 easier than they can Xbox Series X. This is all to do with the Xbox X, which is getting confused with. But the PS5 is easy as a bot. But on top of that, it's just selling faster. That is all. It just proves the point there's more scalpers, but it's just selling fast, that is all. It doesn't mean it's selling more, it doesn't mean it's the most trendiest console on the planet or anything like that. It's just selling faster. And there could be a whole number of reasons behind that. But so many people are jumping on the bandwagon that it's selling faster because it's the best and everyone wants to get that. It doesn't mean anything. You've got to read between the lines when journalists and media and stuff come up with stuff like this. It's really just clickbaity, really, because it doesn't really mean much. Something selling faster than something else. It doesn't really mean much. What you want to see really is attachment rates and stuff like that. Things how the speed of something sells just isn't really a metric to judge anything on. So really I just wanted to sort of touch on that first story, really. That. So bear in mind, remember everyone, though the PS5 is the fastest selling, the Nintendo Switch is still the highest selling for 27 consecutive months. That's a long time. That's over 2 years that the Switch has outsold a PlayStation console. Over 2 years, monthly. Okay, just bearing that in mind, because it's all been a bit quiet recently, especially the PS fanboys when there was counting sales. And if you think the highest selling product means it's the best, just note there that the Call of Duty Black Ops is the highest selling game. Would you consider, when you're using your same energy, your same theory, that the PlayStation 5 in your head is the highest selling, that means Black Ops Cold War is the best game on the market as well, trumping all PS exclusives? Is that the case? You're going to say no, aren't you? You are. You're going to change your narrative. You're going to flip-flop and say no. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. And so, my next topic, PlayStation is planning to bring the likes of Uncharted and God of War to mobile. A new business unit will adapt Sony's most popular franchises for mobile. Yes, they're going to bring their games to mobile devices now. See, so many receipts. Do you recall this? The fanboys saying stuff like, do you remember a game called Gears Pop when that came out? Xbox made a game called Gears Pop for mobile, and they were saying Xbox leaving the console market. They just want to focus on services and mobile gaming. Do you remember that? And when they came out the xCloud and stuff like that, Sony fanboys and the media are more focused on saying nonsense like, oh, they want to leave the console market. They just want to focus on mobile gaming. Even that fella, what's his name, MBG or MGB, said the same thing. He done a video based on it. Let's have a look.
It's very simple, and we all know what Microsoft is trying to do here, and there's no way around it, and I'm not going to try to spin it any other way. And it's the fact that they want to convert what has been traditionally known as Xbox, as the console, into a service that any person can access on any device.
And yes, he continues to waffle on with his uneducated opinion, which is always wrong. He gets it so wrong, but he has so many subscribers because they're all like weird Sony. I don't know how you could describe such brainless morons that will just copy paste and listen to people like this that get it wrong so often. It's not as if he just gets it wrong so often. The last time he got really pulled up was on the RDNA. But anyway, yeah, in this instant, mobile gaming, goes on to moan about mobile gaming and they're leaving the Xbox. They don't want to focus on consoles anymore. They want to go into mobile markets, blah, 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 blah. But now Sony are doing it. Once again, we've all got the receipts. You all look stupid. Sony are now doing it. Sony are now going to put their games on the mobile market. Why did you think they bought Gaikai? Why did you think that all failed and Sony lost 500 million on that, by the way? Now they're pushing for xCloud. They're paying Microsoft for xCloud. Why do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're doing it for shits and giggles? They wanted a mobile market too, because that's the biggest money-making market in gaming. That is it. Full stop. And Sony want to make money. They don't care about your stupid console war. You need to get over yourselves. But yeah, so this is basically that. Basically, so they go on to discuss that Sony's going to go into the market space for mobile gaming, and good on them. I think it's a thing they should do because Sony need the money basically, and if they want to stay relevant and keep up with Xbox, this is what they need to do. I'm going to applaud Sony for doing this, even though their own gamers won't, because they're so indoctrinated with the console war. I don't really want to go on this topic anymore. Let's move on to the next one because the next topic is a bit more fun. And we finish up with this clickbait material. More really bad, poor, lazy, uneducated journalism by journalists that claim to be gamers, but they're not. They're just clickbaiting. Right now, we're getting so much negative stuff said about Sony. They've got no external drive. They're having issues with their saves porting over the PS4. They've not confirmed any games or such. But the media just skipping all that over as always, and still focusing on the Xbox. And it's just weird. It's to the point that it's possessive and weird and clearly biased. So this headline that's been doing the circulation recently, new Xbox, this is based on a podcast that happened, new Xbox Series X report is bad news for consoles' big exclusive games. Get a load of this shit, right? Okay, so this, the debate, the guys basically go in and saying the Xbox Series X hasn't got many games or any games coming out for a long time, right? That's his point. And the big games like Fable 4, Perfect Dark, Everwild, we're not going to see for a while, right? Firstly, let's just break this down. Firstly, yes, you're right, we won't see them for a while, but no one else expected to see them for a while. Firstly, Fable's made by Playground Games that are also making a Forza Horizon game. Perfect Dark is a new a rebooted IP that's made by the Initiative, which is a brand new studio. Everwild is made by Rare, that also they worked partly on the Battletoads game that recently released, and they're still updating Sea of Thieves, which has 20 million players, and now they're working on Everwild. But there's nothing that says these games are going to come in 2023 or 2024. I predict they will. They probably are right. Fable 4, Perfect Dark. Everwild I don't think will. But that's by the by, because there's about 10, 15 other games that Xbox have announced, have confirmed, that are coming. So why they just target these 3 games out of the 15 plus games they've confirmed? But what makes this worse is they compare it to PlayStation, right? Let's look at this. Let's look at the comparison here, which is nonsense, right? The PS5 has only been out a few months, yet it has already has Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, which you know is basically a DLC, Demon's Souls, which is just a remaster of a PS3 game, and more, right? What's and more mean? What is that? What's and more? And more means nothing. And soon it will add to this Returnal, Ratchet & Clank, and Horizon Forbidden West. Right, yeah. Firstly, Horizon Forbidden West was shown at the PS5 launch, and they said it was going to be out this year. Yet we've still not seen gameplay. Or anything else new of it in any of these conferences. They had their state of play a month ago. Not seen anything of it. Rift Apart, we know that's going to come some point in Returnal, right? So they've listed 3 games there, right? Whereas they more or less go on to say, all Xbox has is Halo Infinite, which is scheduled release later this year, right? Currently doesn't have much else. So how about Avowed? How about State of Decay 3? How about Hellblade 2? How about Microsoft Flight Sim? How about Forza Motorsport? How about, I don't know, Starfield? How about all the Bethesda titles? How about games like Ark 2, Crossfire X, Exo Mecha, The Gunk? How about, I can go on and list many games. It's just such really bad, poor journalism. And oddly, they're making a point of saying Xbox, these games ain't going to be a while, but yada yada yada. Why have they not mentioned God of War? God of War was promised to its gamers to launch this year. Basically, Sony launched a PS5 and said, buy my PS5 because we're going to give you God of War in 2021. That's pretty much what they said. So far, we've still only seen a title, no gameplay, not even any graphics or anything from it. They've gone completely silent. What's the media done about it? Nothing. They've said nothing. What they've done instead is to attack Xbox, who are announcing games, that have confirmed and announced more games than PlayStation, but they're attacking them and saying, you might not get 3 of their games until 2023. So fucking what? Who cares? They confirmed 15 to 15 other titles other than those 3. Whereas you've just said, like, PlayStation, you damage your PlayStation by saying things like, and more. But you're not actually listing the games, because you can't list them, because they've not announced them. They've not confirmed anything. Then you've completely missed the mark with God of War. Why have you not chased it up and said, where's God of War? Why, just try to be balanced in your journalism. I keep saying this in all my videos. Just try and be balanced. Try not to look openly like a biased fanboy of PlayStation. It's just too obvious and biased and boring at this stage. We're in a new generation. It's just getting boring. Oh my god. Anyway, I've kept this video short because, as I said, it's 3:30 in the morning for me now. I'm trying to keep up. I'm sounding a bit drowsy. I've had a few beers. I've got to go work in less than 24 hours because I'm doing a night shift. But thank you all for watching. Look out for the podcast on me, RedDeadPanda. It's going to drop in the next couple of days. But thank you all for watching. Please put your comments down below. I'd love to hear all your thoughts on all this. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.